Hello and welcome to this week's Turf Tips. I'm Todd Hicks.
And I'm Joe Rimelspach.
We're going to try this together this week as something new. Weather-wise, we've all been watching the rain come for the last couple of days. We are forecast to have more rain for the rest of the week, off and on. Some areas are getting hit really heavy, others are getting minor rain. Either way, we need to watch how much water we have on our greens. If you're having trouble with water infiltration or water sitting around, try to get on the greens and hit them with some aeration. A machine that's not going to cause too much damage for play or to the greens. Get that water through the profile and get air down to the roots. Also, as usual with these weather events coming and going, humidity's bouncing up and down. Temperature is something we're really going to have to pay attention to this week. That will determine on whether we spray or whether we don't spray. As normal this time of year, dollar spot and brown patch are a concern. Getting more and more calls into Joe about that. Pythium could rear its head here with the temperatures fluctuating up and down. But the key to Pythium, remember, will be humidity. Joe?
Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. And the key is water. And I know it's quite variable, at least throughout the Ohio area. Some areas have way excessive amounts of water, and others have maybe adequate water. In those areas that are too wet from whatever reason, over irrigation or just natural rainfall, some of the key things we're seeing is we're seeing excessive amounts of algae developing. We're seeing black layer. We're having cases of brown patch, as you've mentioned. Also, we're having what I call mystery diseases. There's sections of greens, part of them just collapsing. I look at these samples. I'm not really finding a specific infectious disease, but the turf is in very poor shape, and most of it, like Todd alluded to, is excessive water, which means insufficient oxygen in the root zone. So anything you can do to improve the aeration of your soil is going to really help to maintain healthier turf. Other things we're seeing a lot of right now is we're getting a lot of calls on mushrooms and on toadstools, on puffballs on golf courses and home lawns extensively. Here's some these are small little puffball mushrooms that we've got off of a green recently. Brian has some close-ups of these, which makes it kind of difficult to putt on the surface. We're also getting questions, of course, again this year about potential for bacterial problems on turf. And to me, the key question comes back again to these wet conditions. If you have Poa annua greens and they're very wet, you're going to you could have some bacteria in those. They're weakened plants, they're sick, and we'll find bacteria in there. The key is, again, to try to maintain healthy turf. We also want to shift. Last week I mentioned Shetler. Well, this week I'd like to mention Dr. John Street. He's our monocot weed control guy, and as you can see, we have these little plants. There's crabgrass anywhere from this stage up to the John Street toupee size. This is the largest crabgrass plant John could find on campus this week. It's kind of wilted here, but this thing is huge. So if you have questions about controlling monocot weeds in your lawn or golf course, please contact Dr. John Street at Ohio State University. And if we can help you out in any way, please contact us. Take care.